rama. Ujao mi konsiwa hoju na manum yashe mi kirama. Enti misuro anajubo bombiara. Misuro anajubo bombiara. Onone makuchem Nyani muanije Ninu nasina metina I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are here and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. We want to let you look at blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Namesu eradise wunimi banko biane mabanke se yanko paname deme ho matoso. Surely He will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of He who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. You done this in the Most High, Almighty God, Creator of the heaven and earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Let me hear you say, ooh, Lord. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord, We want to let you look at, ooh, Lord, You've been so long. You got the enemy, hearing me. Mommy, don't move from Eddie Dibia. Jao mi konsiwa hojo na manum yashe mi kirama. Jao mi konsiwa hojo na manum yashe mi kirama. Enti misuro anajubo bombiara. Misuro anajubo bombiara. Onone makuchem Nyani muanije nothing I'm met I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are here and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, let me hear you feel safe and blessed. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, we want on that team who can, ooh Lord. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Namesu eradise wunimi banko biane mabanke se yankupana medeme ho matoso. Surely He will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of He who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. He had done this in the Most High, Almighty God, Creator of the heaven and earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, let me hear you feel safe and blessed. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David did. Let me hear you say, ooh Lord. Everybody sing, ooh Lord, we want on that team who can, ooh Lord, You've been so long. You got the enemy shuffle, hearing me. Mommy, don't go from Eddie Dibia. Tell me cause you are Emojo, Namanum Yashamikirama. Tell me cause you are Emojo, Namanum Yashamikirama. Indeed, Misuro, and I do Bombiara. Misuro, and I do Bombiara. Anonima Kucham, Anima Kucham. Nyannimu wanije, Ninu nasina metna. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, feel blessed. We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Namesu erade se woni mi gban ko bia ne mabanke se yankopana me de me ho matoso. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of he who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. We are done this with the Most High, Almighty God, creator of the heaven and earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, for your blessed. I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David did. Let me hear you say, ooh, Lord. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord. We want on that team, we can, ooh, Lord. Didn't me shuffle, hearing me. Mommy, don't from Eddie Dibia. Joe, me consumer and wojo. Namanunga shall make your man. Joe, me consumer and wojo. Namanunga shall make your man. Enti, Mr. Rob, and I do go from Biara. Misuro, and I do go from Diana. I'm not in my kucham, and in my kucham. Nanimu anije, Nanimu anije. Ninu sina metana. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed, for your blessed. I feel blessed, 'cause your promises are sure. They are yea and amen. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed, feel blessed. We want on that muka. Ooh, Lord, yeah. Blessed. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Namesu eradise wunimi banko bianima bankese yankupana medeme ho matoso. Surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And in the name of he who died and rose again, shall you succeed and be blessed in the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. You done this in the Most High, Almighty God, creator of the heaven and earth, in the supreme ruler. Blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed. Oh, feel blessed. I feel blessed. Everybody sing, ooh, Lord, yeah, yeah. We want on that muka, ooh, Lord, yeah. You've been so long. You got in me, shuffle, she in me. Mommy, don't move from Eddie Dibia. Joe mi consiwa ehojo na manu ya shemi kerama. Joe mi consiwa ehojo na manu ya shemi kerama. Enti misuro anajubo bombiara. Misuro anajubo bombiara. Onone makucham. Nanimu anije Ninu nasina metna. Feel blessed. I feel blessed when I'm wrapped up in your love, dancing to my gospel song. Feel blessed. Feel blessed. I feel blessed 'cause your promises are sure. They are here and amen. Feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. I can dance like David dance. Feel blessed. Let me hear you feel safe, blessed. Feel blessed. I feel blessed when your mantle is upon my life. Can just like you, yes.
Chairman, in fact, I actually came to find out about my investment. Yes, my investment. You're investing.
Sir, considering the micro-inflationary dynamics of the systematic advanced calculated forms, your investment is perpetual towards gratification.
Meaning?
In simple terms, Sikanashi.
Misikanashi.
Don't shout. Swallow it. You care for some coffee?
Make the right choice. Invest with SIMS, Stanbic Investment Management Services, for capital preservation and competitive returns. Try SIMS today and you will not regret your decision. Stanbic Investment Management Services, your investment specialist.
Won't you come to bed?
I'll be with you. I'll be with you shortly.
Come on, let's go to bed too. And you're doing this.
Sir?
Sorry about that, but you are welcome to Encore, the Facebook Live platform on which we discuss all things love, marriage, relationship, sex, and what have you. They call me Uncle Whyte. I work with Roverman Productions. And at Roverman Productions, we say that be the difference. Now, you are welcome. We don't take the fact that you join us for every episode for granted. Now, before we go into the exciting program we have for you for this session, let me remind you that next week Sunday, that is on the 11th, we'll be having our 5th in the webinar series, Matter Day. And the topic will be rekindling the spark in your relationship. And we hope you'll be able to join us. We realize that not everyone who joins us for Encore is able to join us for Matter Day, but I hope that this time we'll change it and let the majority of the people be Matter Day, the Encore community. So we hope to see you there. And then on the 20th of this month, which is my birthday, I'll be marking it by releasing a book on sex. Let's talk about sex, becoming one. And so look out for it, get ready for it. Indeed, you could call 050-554-6010 and make your advance order, and that will be perfectly in order. Today, we're going to take some questions. There are questions that have been here for how many? They are almost as here as they've been with us as long as COVID.
Yes.
And like COVID, we haven't been able to dispatch them.
True.
So today we're going to attend to those questions. And then if you have any questions of your own, you can send them in and then we will deal with them. So I'm going to have Akusia with me. Hey, Akusia. Uslasi enya bad. Whoa. Hey. With some kente and things and
Kizzy.
wow. Yeah. And this one, so what's the name? So there's a new question. Who are you wearing?
So I'm wearing Casey Jimmy by Effie.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I think they call this one is it the pedal pusher? I think there's the pedal. Pedal pusher.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Was he pushing Zama?
All right. I'm wearing a store in Accra Central. I don't know. And then so Akusia is with me, and then Adrian,
Yes.
Adrian is with me. Adrian, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing bright. He brings me fools from Cantabato every January. So I picked this in January. Yeah. So
Okay, every January he brings you a set of
yeah.
foods. Okay, which you wear for
fools.
the year.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. All right.
Wow.
So Adrian is wearing foreign.
Cantabato foreign.
Cantabato
Yeah.
foreign.
He's wearing foreign. We don't know where it is, but well, but you are welcome once again. Now let's quickly go into the questions. Akusha, set us off with the first question.
Uncle, this question excites me, so I would love to read it first, although it didn't come first. It says, my wife read an article from you and came back to say that she loves me, but she doesn't like me. How possible is that?
I know where this is
Yeah,
from.
it excites me. Yeah.
My brother, there's a difference between loving somebody and liking somebody. Love is an obligation sometimes, depending on what kind of a relationship you have. For instance, our relationship with our siblings is obligatory. We love our siblings, but there are siblings we can't stand, but we love them. And the same thing happens with marriage, that there are, because I've committed myself, I've taken some vows about you to love and to hold till death do us part. I cannot get out of it, and so I love you. In other words, I am committed. I have a relationship that I am not walking away. But your actions and inactions hurt me. And even though I've been telling you that the things you do hurt me, you continue doing it. So that it is no longer as if you didn't know. You know, but you continue to do it. And because of that, I don't like you. I don't like the way you make me feel. I don't like the way you treat me. And so I do not like you. But as for love, I am still married to you. I still wear your ring. I still are prepared to do whatever, discharge all my obligation towards you. But I don't like you. And it is something everybody in a relationship should be concerned about. Not just, do you love me? Do you like me as well? In other words, do I meet your expectations? Do I make you happy? Am I what you thought I would be when you agreed to marry me? Because unfortunately, there are people that we married thinking they were a certain way. And then later on, we discover that, no, we made a mistake, you know. Saying that they deceive us may be a strong word, but you say that I didn't know that he was like that. So that is the thing. So that's how it is. So, my brother, if I were you, I will not look for Uncle Whyte and attack him. What I'll do is that I'll take my wife out to a good place, have a good meal, and say, my dear, your statement to me, your message to me alarmed me. What do I do that makes you not like me? And what can I do to make you like me? And see, and then that will be a beginning of an excellent conversation, and I hope you have one very soon. Akusha, what do you think?
Yes, Uncle. I think you've said it all. Your wife has actually made something known to you. I love you. I don't like you. So just sit down with her. Just strike the things she doesn't like about you. We can always make ourselves better. That's one interesting thing about human beings. We can evolve. We can make ourselves better. So if it's something you can change, why not change it and make yourself better so that she will love you? Yeah.
It will make for a better home.
Yes.
A better relationship, and it will make you a better human being as well.
Yeah.
Adrian, what do you think?
Yes. I think it's the best thing for him to do. Sit down with the wife and find out what he's doing to earn her dislike. Because the worst thing is to have somebody, the person you love, disliking you.
Yes.
Wash your plates. They jaho. You know, those subtle cues or more. But if you're not taking it, it's very good that she has said it to you.
Yeah.
So it's time for you to set up and mend things. Yeah.
Adrian, was there some confession in there?
Oh, Amy.
Oh, who played to man?
You see, I do a lot of that, but I'm the Nancy, my lazy
Careful. You're a little bit more careful.
My lazy kakra. So I think the last time it was unconscious. Me just played to no us. Oh, is these little things that you do that I like? You didn't wash the plate. I can move soon. I felt so bad, and the way she said it, I wash your plate. So, oh, is these little things that you do that make me like you? Nah,
speaking positivity into negativity.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, me, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So the following time, one kept you. You know, so some it's good if she tells you that, and it's your duty to step up to the plate and do the right thing.
I usually eat in my study, and so I cannot afford not to take the plate out after I've eaten.
You come back there again. You come back there.
No, I'm there. I'm there. Not that I'll come back there. I cannot afford not to take the plate away because I am living there. This is where I work. This is where I spend most of my time. And I always want my environment to be as neat as possible. So with me, it's not an option. It's not whether I can't forget it as soon as we finish. And the study is designed in such a way that there isn't a place for plates.
Okay.
So
same desk, you have your books.
You make time for it. So as soon as you finish,
it has to go.
It has to go back because it just came to visit. It should go back. Or we in a Encore. All right. Do we have a second question?
Yes. This question is interesting enough. Okay. So, why is it that boys are made to pay nkwasibu to the family of girls they impregnate before marriage, when the girls were willing partners? Is that right?
Go over it again.
Why is it that boys are made to pay nkwasibu to the family of girls they impregnate before marriage, when the girls were willing partners? Is it right?
Boss, what you be there? Have you been made to pay some before? No, I didn't even know about that, because what I do know in most traditional areas in Ghana is that when you impregnate a girl, all they allow you to do is to come and accept responsibility for the pregnancy. You can't even marry the girl.
Oh, okay.
So
no, in the true tradition, especially among the accounts, once the family gets to know that the girl is pregnant, the family will not allow you to marry her.
Oh.
You can take responsibility. You can come and acknowledge responsibility. Show your face that I am responsible for this. I'll bear the cost. I'll pay everything. But after that, then when the child is born, the family informs you that the child has been born. Do you intend to name the child? And then you go and say, yes, I want to name the child. So you name the child. Then it is only then that a conversation about marriage can go on.
Oh.
And some families can also decide that when the child is born, they come to you, the child is born. What are your plans for our daughter first before we allow you to name the child? So if you say that I don't intend to marry her, some families can say, then go. We don't want anything of you. Go. And then they name the child themselves, and then that's it. You don't have a child, you go. But I didn't know about this in Kasebo, but it's an interesting concept.
Yes.
And actually, it is a good thing to do because, Adrian, imagine that, let's say, was coming up to the studio for this session. You left some food on your desk downstairs in the office. And then you went back and somebody has eaten it. And then you discover who it is. and you now attack the person says, I don't understand why you attacked me, because the food was willing. And the food was tempting. You know, the kwasia here is that
Yes.
you live within a certain culture with its values, and you were silly enough, stupid enough not to know what to do when you found a girl who was attracted to you, who was willing.
True.
Because you should have known
True.
that Owebushia, she has a family, she has a home, and that it is you, the man's responsibility, to go and at the very least introduce yourself. You know, there are things where the people go and say that I am going out with your daughter, I am dating your daughter.
Yes.
If you are looking for her and you can't find her,
She's with me.
she is with me. If anything happens to her, I am responsible. So the family knows. And in that one, they will not charge you with inquisiable.
At all. At all.
But if out of the blue I discover my daughter is pregnant, and then my first thing is, who is this stupid boy who did this? You know, so then you come and show your silly face. Okay, okay, then pay a price for your being silly and being foolish. So that's the thing. It pays in life to know what to do and do it. And you can't say that, oh, but the girl was a willing victim. That is not right. That is not set up at all. All right, let's take the next question.
Okay. It says that when a man goes out with two or more women, he is called a cheat. When a woman does so, it is called considering of options by women. What's the difference, and why is one bad and the other okay?
When a man goes out with more than one woman, he's called a cheat.
Yes.
That he's cheating on them.
Yes.
When a woman does a similar thing with two men, they say that she's considering.
It's considering of options.
Is that a reality? Is that what happens?
When I read it, I was like, no, we call both cheating partners, you know. Well, I might be wrong, but I thought that when a woman does it, we say...
no, I don't think anybody calls them considering options.
We don't.
No.
Maybe your woman is telling you she's considering options,
yes,
but I think dating two people is...
no.
Let's make a distinction between... between going out with a girl when there isn't any commitment.
Any commitment. Okay, yeah, true.
Or going out with a man when there's no commitment there. So there's an Ebo Whyte play. Would you want to go with me?
Come with me.
Then I go with you. We haven't as yet. And then in your generation, you have this interesting thing of friends with benefits.
Yes.
So if you are friends with benefits, and I find somebody else who I want to make friends with commitment, then friends with benefit, you can't scream.
True.
You know, so no, I don't think that is the situation at all.
Okay.
Let's take the next one.
Okay. Next one. Sorry.
Are you ready?
Okay.
With your next one?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Again, I think it's just like the first one. So what Adrian? Okay, is it mandatory to marry someone you impregnated?
I'm sure it's a follow-up from the same guy.
From what Adrian?
I'm sure it's a
Yeah,
follow-up from the same guy.
good question. No, it is not. Not in our society. According to our traditions, after the child has delivered, you have a choice to decide, yes, I am going to do what is right. You know, you acknowledge responsibility for the pregnancy for the sake of the child.
Okay.
Because you want to do what is right for the child, by the child. So the child has a father. Now, after that, you now have a decision to make whether you want to do what is right by the girl as well. And say, I'm marrying her so that she doesn't become
burden,
a girl with a load on her hands, and therefore reduce her market value and things like that. So, but it is not compulsory. It is not mandatory. The question, though, is that, so how did you make her pregnant? How come you made her pregnant? You don't intend to marry her, but you made her pregnant. Then you haven't done well. You haven't done well for yourself. It says a lot about you. It says that you are not a very serious person. It says that you do not know what you are about, because you see, the consequences of that action will be seen 25 years down the line. That decision you are making, that yes, I have given birth with this thing. Now, okay, now you have even a new term. My baby mama.
Baby mama. Mm-hmm.
You know, so I have a baby mama. And a baby mama means that I had a child with her, but I didn't marry her. The problem with that is, in many cases, the baby mama has become a headache in a marriage that you have contracted after that.
True.
Because whenever she calls you, there's fire in the house. Mm-hmm. You would be your wife. And quite often, because she knows that you have taken advantage of her and left her at a disadvantage, when she's talking with you, quite often it is not she's not nice about it. Mm-hmm. And then your pressure is up and things like that. Meanwhile, the child too is lost, is hurt. Because where's my father? Why did my father not accept me? And things like that. Why am I not living with my father? And things like that. It's so difficult. So yes, even though it is not mandatory that you marry the girl, and ladies should understand that. There are ladies who say, I'll get pregnant so he will marry me. And listen to all the ladies. In our culture, you can get pregnant and he does not need to marry you. He does not have to marry you. That is the culture. So take that decision carefully, because the implications of it much more than you think. So
okay, Uncle, someone wants to know if how he will know he's ready to settle. How will a guy know that he's ready to settle?
Yesterday, I had an interesting encounter with one of the most serious and successful young men I have ever met. Doing very well, serving very well. Now, he has a very remarkable father. He said his father told him and his siblings, he has 2 siblings, told all of them that the only legacy I have for you, the only inheritance I have for you, is to take you to good schools, to give you good education. After that, I am done. That is all. And so he said, my money is my money, it's not your money. My properties are my property, not your property. So he's saying that when he graduated wrote his last paper at, he went to Tech. When he wrote his last paper at Tech, the father drove all the way from Accra to Kumasi to pick him. And from school, from the university, drove him to a 5-bedroom house in Accra and said, this house is for you and your brother. Now that you have finished university, you can come and live in the home with your parents.
Wow.
But it is not your home, it is my home.
I can kick you out when I will.
So you live here, but you cannot marry here. If you are going to marry, go build another place and take the woman. But you can't marry in your father's house. This is your father's house. He said, this house is not yours, it's mine. I decide what to do with this house. For now, I've said that live here until you are about to marry, and then you can go ahead and do so. So when he went to his father, he said, a few years down the line, he went to the father and said, Dad, I found a girl I want to marry. The father said, stop there. Take me to the house you are going to live in with her before I will even follow you to the girl's people. So they drove. Fortunately for him, because the father had been very firm about this, he had put up a place of his own. They said he went there, showed his father the place. The father examined the building and shook his hands and said, now you have shown me that you are my son. Now I'll follow you to the family. Because you have now shown a responsibility. Let's make a distinction between our parents' money and our money. You know, a lot of the children from well-to-do homes are destroyed because their parents don't make this thing well enough. You know, Adelaide, you guys know Adelaide. Adelaide's children, one of her children, once was saying, oh, but we are rich. I said, hey, don't make a mistake. Me and your father are rich.
You're broke.
You're broke. Let's get that straight. And unfortunately, a lot of well-to-do parents don't do that for their children. And so, like this man I'm talking about, he said, the father said, if you do not do better than I have done, then you are a failure. If you do not build a better home, raise better children, well-behaved children, if your children don't go higher than you did, because I took you this high, if your children don't go higher than I took you, then you are a failure. You have failed. And parents are not doing that for the children. So there are a lot of children from rich homes who have no sense in their mind because they've been pampered. They've not been made to see any challenges. They've seen nothing. You know, and that is why some of the billionaires are waking up to this. So Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and co. have come up publicly to say that they will not leave their wealth for their children.
Recently, I think Bruce Lee said the same.
Come again?
Recently, Bruce Lee also said the same thing about his son.
Yes, that it is not. I'm not going to leave it for them. I will leave them a little, so that they will have to work for themselves.
True.
A little, which is enough, so they won't be broke. But also, they cannot throw their weight around. If they want to live whatever life they want to live, they will have to go and work and make a bit of money. And so, unfortunately, but in Ghana we don't do that. We don't do that. And so, children from good homes, from well-to-do homes, often have no motivation to do anything better. And apart from now, then they look for adventure in other ways. Screeching. They'll go pick their parents' car, and then they screech all over the place. In Accra, I don't know if you've noticed this, after 11 p.m. on some days, there are children from rich homes who have bought these expensive, powerful motorbikes. And they go from Labadi, the Ring Road, all the way to Kolebu.
Oh, okay.
And back at high speeds. Because that is all the adventure. They want adventure.
They want adventure.
You know? Around that time, no traffic. So those of us who travel, who move around late, you hear them with these powerful engines going down. Because Father has solved every problem for them. So they have to create a few problems for themselves.
True.
Parenting is key, and there are better ways of raising children so they don't mess up. All right, let's go.
Okay, this one says, we have one child and I'm in love with someone else. Uncle, my husband has been cheating and emotionally abusing me for some years now. I walked out, and I think she said that she meant, and I found a nice man I'm happy with. Uncle, This is so the man is back begging, but I don't love him anymore. What do I do?
When she walked out, was the marriage dissolved? Or there was no marriage in the first place? She said they have a child.
Yes, they have one child.
Did the relationship become marriage, or did it became friends with benefits that then became
baby mommy, baby
friends
daddy.
with the child?
Baby. Okay. She didn't state all of that.
Because depending on whether there was marriage or not, the answer would be different.
Yeah.
Because if there was marriage and she did not dissolve the marriage properly, then she's not free yet.
Yeah. Sure.
The other man, her husband, could pull some strings and make life difficult for her.
Yeah.
But if there was no marriage and yet they had children, they were living together because they've had a child together and they were trying to raise a child together. And because of his misbehavior and his abuse, she moved on and found this man. Then that is also a different thing altogether. The other thing is, how long have you known this new man? Because remember, there's a reason why you married this one you've had a child with, because you thought he was a nice man. Now, if this person now becomes accepted to you in your life, would he also eventually turn out to be a different person? It's a dilemma there, because I don't think that at the time you were marrying her, you saw this abusive side of him, and yet look at him now. So, I don't know. You should bring in a counselor. You should bring in the two families, and let the two families take a decision on this. Your people should make that decision. Otherwise, insist on counseling. But if you never married him and he was maltreating you, and you found somebody treating you better, let him go. If he has changed, let him show he has changed with a new girl. So that you can tell the girl that, oh, I wasn't like this, I wasn't like this, but I married a girl B, and I lost her because I was fooling, and because of that, I won't fool with you, and I think that will be fine. All right, let's go on.
Okay, so uncle, my girlfriend is pretty and bougie and has a lot of friends who are crazy.
Pretty and
bougie, or a bourgeois.
Okay. And has a lot of friends.
Friends who are crazy men who make advances towards her. She tells me all of these and says I shouldn't worry. It is me she loves. How do I control feeling inadequate and jealous? She had this network before I got to know her, though.
No, you know why they say that monkeys play by sizes? Now you find yourself, you're a monkey playing with a baboon, and then you are now worried, and you are now feeling insecure. I think take the girl seriously when she gives you the assurance, because even though she may be bourgeois and everything, she's chosen you.
True.
And she knew these men were around her, hanging around her. There's something she's seen about you that she's prepared to sacrifice all these other high-level, high-income people or high-value people for you. It means just be yourself. Just continue to do and relate to her in a manner that made her fall in love with you in the first place. And don't be worried about this, because I can believe a girl when she says there's nothing here. When a girl really doesn't want to give in to a man, she knows it. When she wants to play games too, you won't know anyway. In that case, she wouldn't even come to you and tell you anything. Be confident in yourself, otherwise you may lose her. You may lose her not because she's surrounded by so many people. You may lose her because you cannot cope with the insecurity. But be secure in her, in the assurances she's giving you, And then that also means that hurry up and marry her, because otherwise you'll receive a shock one of these days. But having said all that, ladies, be careful how much you say to your man, especially when other men are chasing you, because not all boys handle that information well. Be careful. Oh, you know, hey, did you know the board chairman passed through our office, and when he saw me, this one was all over me and things like that. And you are telling this boy in the interest of openness and everything, and the boy is going, yeah, board chairman, yeah, what am I going to do?
I lost my way.
What he's hearing is that he has lost you already to the board chairman. Especially when you show him one day, oh, that's the board chairman going in the latest Benz S class, and he's using no. So, ladies, sometimes watch your man, the man in your life. There are certain things that may kill him. So, in that case, don't talk about it, especially when you know that there is nothing here and it's going nowhere. All right, let's take another question.
Okay, before I get to the next question, please let me just read a follow-up to the lady with the child issue. She says that they were married and that the marriage wasn't dissolved. She just dropped her ring. Wasn't dissolved, just dropped my ring. We were married. Yeah.
Okay, then in that case, you have outstanding business to do.
Okay.
Get your people to go in to dissolve the relationship, the marriage, if you seriously want to move on.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm afraid you haven't freed yourself to move on yet.
Okay.
So do what is right. Talk with your parents, talk with your people, your family, and let them help you out.
So this writer says, how do you look past the hurt and pain and forgive someone who hurts you deeply?
How do you do what?
How do you look past the hurt and pain and forgive someone who hurts you deeply?
How do you forgive the past?
Yes.
Of hurt and pain?
Yes. How do you look past the hurt and pain?
Okay, how do you look past it?
And then forgive the person who hurts you deeply.
Who hurt you?
Yeah.
All right. For that, we'll bring in Counselor Akosia to help us. Akosia, help us out.
Uncle, I think that time heals. She should just give herself time. There's a saying that if you don't forgive, it is like drinking poison and expecting that the other person will die.
Yes.
So the more you allow unforgiveness, you are hurting yourself. You see, the moment you see the person, your heart starts pounding. You know, the moment you see that the person is successful, you get so agitated. You know, you are hurting yourself. It's not difficult. It's not easy. You know, it's very, very difficult. But just give yourself time, and then pray and wish the person the best. It's difficult, but I have come to believe that when you wish the person the best and look out for the best in the person, you heal quickly. So it's difficult that you have hurt me so badly, and now I am just looking out for the best in you. If I see anything good about you, I am happy. I pray for you. That's difficult, but that's the only thing that will let you heal quickly.
Adrian.
Yes.
Well, what Akosia said just struck a chord with me, because there's a particular person that has hurt me in the past. That yesterday I just saw the person's picture and me and Shim. I was like, why am I having this kind of reaction to this person? Then I did a little search. I was like, I've really not gotten over what this person has done to me. I've really not taken steps to really forgive this person. I'm still holding back the hurt. And for all these years, somebody would think I'll be okay, you know. So it has really, really drawn my mind to that. And when you were saying it, that's what, but just yesterday. So, it is hard. Sometimes you think you're over it, then the person is in your face, especially if it's a relationship. Yeah. The person is in your face 24/7, or at least the greater part of the day. Imagine if you have to sleep with somebody who has cut you deeper than anybody else has. It is a struggle. It's not easy. But if you're committed to make it work, like Akosia said, give it time. don't think it is going to happen overnight, and explain to the person, let the person know that you are in the process of forgiving, and it won't happen just like that, and you are making strides to forgiving them, because it hurts if I feel I've apologized and I am making amends and I'm still receiving a certain kind of treatment, like cold treatment, and I'm not receiving that love that I used to get. But let the person understand that this is where we are, and it's not going to be something overnight. Then you take steps, take time, if you want to forgive, if you want to look past it. But if you can't, just let things go. If it's a marriage, unfortunately, you can't just leave it like that. But if it's a relationship and you can't, just walk away. For me,
there's a way our mothers used to deal with this thing. When their husbands hurt them, they make sure that there is a lot of pepper in the soup for him. So, so, and it is just for your soup. And as you do and say, I was another, me home, oh, so yeah. And then she goes away, oh, cheer. Yeah. And then she'll tell the children that they be inquiring more of her, because she knows what she's done.
Oh my word.
The issue depends. Like we said, Adrian, it depends on several things. One, it depends on whether the person has even acknowledged the pain he has caused you or not. Quite often, if the person acknowledges that I wronged you, I hurt you, it helps with your healing. As against somebody who refuses to accept the fact that I hurt you, or who just moves out of your life, and so you don't even have a closure, you don't even have the opportunity to vent or to talk through it. So that one takes a little bit more time. So that is one side that brings a difference. The other side is whether there is still an ongoing relationship or not. If the person is still part of your life, it has a different pressure and stress than if the person is no longer a part of your life. If the person is no longer a part of your life, then it is all on you. You now have to heal yourself. Because it's not there to even see the effect and do anything. And that is when the pain then is to see how well he has moved on after the pain he has caused you. That is holding you back. And sometimes in seeing that, you can then tell yourself, you know what, I deserve better than this. I think I won't do this myself. And then you can then heal. But when the person is still part of your life and will continue to argue and defend and justify, and then we still tell you that, oh, you are doing something too much. You know why? You are doing something too much. Then it becomes even more difficult with that. So a few things. One, for all of us, let's understand that human beings have feelings. So whenever you hurt somebody, take the trouble to acknowledge and validate the person's pain by acknowledging that, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't intend to hurt you. I can see how much it has affected you. I'm very sorry. And don't say I am sorry once. And don't say I am sorry but. You know, because sometimes what people do is, oh, you are hurt. Do you know what you did? What about this one? And then no, let's deal with this one. Leave the other ones aside and let's see. So let's all be careful. Let's all be careful in relating to people. Then, if the person is no longer a part of your life, hey, you deserve better. So move on. It will take time, but you would heal. If the person is still part of your life, you have a choice to make. If you're still continuing to deny that he has hurt you, You now have a choice of either letting the thing go so the two of you can move on, can still live together well, or finding ways of saying that we need to settle this, we need to discuss this, we need to talk about this before we can move on. And that is why it is useful for every couple to have somebody they hold themselves accountable to. So that in a situation like this, you can call the person and say, something has happened. If you can visit us and help us out, it would work. But in general, the principles are you owe it to yourself to move on. Whenever you can't let it go, you have given power to that person. Reclaim your power. It's your power, not that person's. And let's all be careful that we don't empower those who are hurting us, those who don't like us. Let's be careful we don't empower them to continue hurting us by deciding I won't forgive, by deciding I won't look past this. And after all that, letting go is not. You don't have an option not to let go. You can't just say that I will never let it go. I'll never. No, you don't have an option. It's not an option open to you. You can forgive the person, you can let it go, and decide that, but you won't get a chance to do this to me again. That's not the same as that you haven't forgiven. I've forgiven you, but you won't find yourself in the place where you were that gave you the chance to hurt me, and you protect yourself that way. But ladies, if he's still messing up and he won't take his plate and things like that, pepper. There's something called pepper. Put it inside.
Sprinkle a little.
Okay.
You know, and then when he screams, oh sorry.
Bring your cold water.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'll go. In the spirit of openness, I tell my wife everything, including my fears and failures. But she used those things against me when she is angry. She uses those things against me when she's angry. So I stopped. Now she's accusing me of cheating because I stopped telling her things. What do I do?
She doesn't deserve to hear anymore. So just ignore it. If she says you are cheating, does she have evidence?
Mm-hmm.
Even if suspected Adam of cheating. And so that one, there's nothing new there. Akusia is wondering whether she has read about it. But there's a story that Adam woke up from sleep one day to find Eve poking his ribs. Eve was poking the ribs. And so I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm counting the ribs to see whether another one has been removed. Whether another woman, there's another woman somewhere around that I need to know. No. Sometimes you can't help it. I mean, if you accuse me and it is not true, and I say, you know something, it is not true, and you don't take it, I don't do anymore. I just live my life, hoping that time would vindicate me, because sometimes the more you try to explain that you are not guilty, the guiltier you begin to look. To the other person, because the person, people will see what they want to see.
True.
And that is why in law we don't say that you are a thief, prove that you are not a thief. I, the one who says you are a thief, must come up with evidence to prove that you are a thief. It is not up to you now. So you are cheating. Now show me that you are not cheating. No. If you say I am cheating, good. What's the evidence? Confront me with the evidence. And if you know you are not cheating, then it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about it. But for all of us, let people earn our confidence. In other words, if I share something very sensitive about me, you must earn the right by being able to hold it. If you disappoint me, if you betray that confidence, especially if you use it against me, you've just declared, you have just shown me that you are not worthy of my confidence. And I will be foolish to continue arming you so you can hurt me.
Hurt me.
So from that point on, you hear anything. You won't hear anything. Or you hear the things that if you throw at me, it will become humorous. Then we can all laugh at it. Not anything that will cause me pain. People must understand you have to earn the trust of somebody. And you seen what I've told you against me. It's a betrayal of trust. And you just lost the right to my trust. Right, let's go on to the next.
Okay, this one says, Uncle, is it okay to hang out with female friends aside my wife? Just hanging out too, nothing involved. Hang out?
Akusia, can David hang out with the female friends? Just hanging out too, nothing involved.
Uncle, this is very dicey. Very, very dicey. It sounds like hangouts. But then I would want to know the days, the times, how often, where, the place. You know, if it's after church, on the church compound, everybody is there. But hanging out, you take her to a date, to a restaurant, you sit down. Hey, hanging out with there. I also deserve that same hangout. Yes, so, no.
If you are married, every time you hang out with somebody, it's time you have robbed your wife off. I think we should understand that. If you can understand it from that perspective, then now sit down and talk with your wife and negotiate. Let her know. It's good if you always know where you are and what's going on. And can she also come along? Yeah. Since you are just hanging out too, nothing involved, can she also come around? Oh, can she also, once you're hanging out with the girls, go and hang out with the boys?
My boys, yeah.
If not, then what kind of thing is this? Sasu says, I need to find out what I've done because I've been eating a lot of pepper these days. Dr. Sasu, the way you are, they should add ginger to your pepper. They should add more ginger to your pepper. Oh, but Sasu, you know your wife won't do that. So,
today is his wife's birthday, actually. It's on the pepper and the
Oh, I see.
Yeah, today is AC's birthday.
Hey, Doc. So what have you done for AC? AC, happy birthday. You are an incredible woman, and thank you for taking good care of my son. I know he's a handful, but he's also a good boy. So God bless you, and may this be your best year yet. And Dr. Sasu, Charlie, represent us. I'll see you tomorrow. You have to give a report of what you did today to represent all of us. Yes, let's go.
Okay, so this one, Uncle, please ask the lady, how can I make a woman happy? This question, no be today.
There's a man asking.
Asking, how can I make a woman happy?
Okay.
They don't know themselves.
There's a woman here, so how can a man make a woman happy?
Oh, we know. I think we know what makes us happy, but I think we are different. What will make me happy will be different from what will make someone else happy. But in general, Uncle, I think they are right too. And we don't know what to make us happy. Because I am trying to. What makes a woman happy?
Some of you say attention.
Someone says attention.
When the attention is too much, we are being clingy,
too
creepy.
clingy. Trust. Giving. The act of giving. Helping at home makes me happy. Uncle, it's a combination of all.
No, Hans has made it very simple. Give a money lap.
Money is...
Hans, what about if she earns more than you? And doesn't really need your money, what would you do?
No, you can't make her happy.
Let's understand that my happiness is my responsibility. Your happiness is your responsibility. Yeah. That's a general principle we should all understand. That if I am waiting for someone to make me happy, I'll be miserable for a long time. Because what makes me happy at any time will depend on a lot of things. It will even depend on my health. It is possible that at a certain point in your life, if the person entered the room singing, it will crack you up and things like that. But if you have a toothache and the person enters the room singing, you throw something at that person and say, "Shut up, I don't want that." So that changes. The responsibility is mine. Let me play that one. Your responsibility is also to find ways of making and being happy. That is fine. But having said all that, because I am a part of your life and you are a part of my life, things you do and say can also affect me, just as things I do and say can affect you. I think we all want to be respected. We all want to be given due attention. We all want to know that we are valued in this relationship, in that I matter in your life, just as you matter in my life. And if you can find ways of assuring me of that I matter in your life, and I can also find ways of assuring you that you matter in my life, I know that we would all find ways of making this work will be a little bit happier. Harriet says, Nanaraba says, happiness is individual. And that is true. And that was trying to save Akosia when Akosia got confused. And then she says, respect her and be in your lane.
Which lane is that?
Makafui says, the problem is that what makes me happy today might change tomorrow. True. And then Harriet said, respect and appreciate her. Hans is always talking about money. Buy her stuff. Okay, then she goes on, make time for her. It's a lot of things. And yes, Hans has hit on something. Little things. Men are always looking for the big thing. And they don't realize that it's a lot of things. Women have been wired in such a way that little things mean a lot, because they show her that you've been thinking about her. They look beyond the gift to the think. Oh, so you were thinking about me and you bought this. You bought this for me. Ask her what will make her happier. Emanuela, the problem is that if you ask her what will make her happier, quite often she may tell you she doesn't know. What will make a woman happy is to study her as an individual and do what makes her happy, and not what makes other women happy. Okay, know the person you are married to. And then, how do you handle a man who often gives you silent treatment anytime there's an issue? Oh, that's a boy. It's not a man. Don't call him a man. He's a boy. So learn how to deal with a boy, because men don't do that. A man will come at you and let you know, I don't like this one. The book of what makes a woman happy is still being written since the days of Eve. We are still waiting. Yeah, Nana Kofi, you are right. But I've been told that a copy, an advanced copy has been sent to you, Nana Kofi. So check your inbox. You'll find an advanced copy. A comment like, you look so sweet today is better than a 6 yards cloth. Okay, a compliment means more than the gift you will bring. The problem with that, Nanaraba, as men have discovered, is that, oh, you look sweet today. Tomorrow she comes to stand in front of you, and you don't make any comment. Why? I don't look good today. Or you look good today. So it means that this whole week, I didn't look good, and you didn't tell me, about it. So sometimes we find ourselves in a dilemma. Because if you say it and go away free, that is fine, but you will not always get it that way. Right? No, our time is gone, and I'd like us to leave on this one. What makes a woman happy? Nanaraba says, you know her, so yes, Nanaraba. I've been married for 38 years. It's been 38 years of full labor.
Savage.
No, I didn't say hard labor. I said full labor. There's a difference between hard labor and full labor. So, so it helps. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Remember, on the 11th of this month, we'll have our 5th Matter Day webinar. Call 050-554-6010 and get the information you need, or 050-554-6030 and give us a WhatsApp. We're looking forward to seeing you. And then on the 20th of July, my book, Let's Talk About Sex, Becoming One, will be launched. And Nana Kofi, in that are excerpts of that book you've been waiting for, the book on how to make a woman happy. I believe that when you read that book, you'll discover that all the information you need has been given to you. So put it on your calendar and then let us know whether you need a copy so that we can send it to you. With that, I'd like to thank Akosia in her Kezia wear. It means that the next time she comes on, Adrian, remind me to say that the last time she came, I commented on her dress. So I should comment on her dress.
Sure.
Before you say, hey, what about so today? So Akosia, thank you very much, and Adrian, thank you very much. Thank you to Believe, as always, making it possible for you to see us, and to the two guys at the background, Ken and Kwesi. They run more commentaries, and next week we'll put a mic in there so that we can pick their voices, because sometimes the commentary they give is fantastic. And then to you, thank you very much. God bless you. Take care. Hey, let's not think COVID is gone on. So let's continue to be careful, because there's this third wave. Even if one person is infected, that will be one person too many. With that, have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you again.
And Chairman, in fact, I actually came to find out about my investments. Yes, my
investment. Your investment. Your investment. Sir, considering the micro-inflationary dynamics of the systematic advanced calculated forms, your investment is perpetual towards ratification.
meaning?
In simple terms, Sikanashi.
Misikanashi.
Don't shout. Swallow it. You care for some coffee?
Make the right choice. Invest with SIMS, Stanbic Investment Management Services, for capital preservation and competitive returns. Try SIMS today and you will not regret your decision. Stanbic Investment Management Services, your investment specialist.